Let us continue the session. Another important point just I want to share with you that the steps taken by Government of India in industrializing the country. As I already told that India was not industrialized during the British period because British considered India as a raw materials supplying country, and they took whatever raw material we had in India, and they took to England. They brought it back as a finished products, and maybe for defense items or even cloth items. Even whatever things the Europeans, British considered everything on from the trade point of view or commercial point of view. They did not allow India industrialized. And what is the result? By the time 1947, India was not industrialized. So 19 immediately after present, the then government was formed. Government entered into industrialization programs. In 1948, the Government of India brought Industrial Policy Resolution. 1948 itself, by giving heavy importance to heavy industries. And 1956, Government of India brought another Industrial Policy Resolution. 1973, 77, 1980, these periods also Government of India brought industrial policy statements. And 1991 June onwards, the Government of India completely opened our economy for foreign direct investment. The basic purpose of liberalization was to attract more foreign direct investment, more foreign technology know-how, and export to the world market. This was the basic idea of 1991 liberalization policy. For that, Government of India adopted LPG program, and our whatever model. How China adopted the special economic zone strategy, we also wanted to adopt the same strategy. So 1991, we opened our economy for direct investment. And 2005, Government of India introduced a Special Economic Zone Act. The way how China developed, become advanced country, same strategy Government of India also adopted. 2005. And then 2014 Make India program, then 2015 Mudra scheme program, 2016 startup program. These are the industrialization policies. Adopted by various governments, right from India's independence to the present government level. And even after adopting all these policies, resolutions, statements, and special economic zone programs, India is not being industrialized. This is the main reason for unemployment in India, a surplus labor force in the agriculture sector. And another development is that after independence, the states like Gujarat, Delhi, Maharashtra, even Karnataka, Tamil Nadu, these western states, I am telling that the north and western states, got a lot of incentives from the central government as well as the state governments. In boosting industrialization process. But at the same time, the northeastern states, for example, Bihar, UP, Odisha, even tribal dominated states like the Jharkhand, to a large extent, even at present West Bengal, entire northeastern states are not industrialized. These states are, highly dependent on agriculture and agriculture related activities. And because of that one, the western states become advanced. Advanced in the sense industrially forwarded. Maharashtra, Gujarat, Karnataka, Andhra Pradesh also, and Tamil Nadu. These states, industrially, forwarded. And eastern states and northeastern states, in a stagnant condition. Now only these states are taking some steps to, industrialization activities. Otherwise, they were, lagging behind. Because of that one, nearly 500 million, rural children, rural people, 500 million rural people migrated to urban areas. Even what one can say that even 200 million people from these, these eastern states, migrated to various parts of India. For example, Maharashtra, Karnataka, Kerala, Tamil Nadu. A majority of the youngsters, they went to all over the India in search of jobs from student, manual work or less skilled works, some whatever may be. And particularly from Bihar, Odisha and West Bengal and these states. And so entire country is not industrialized. Industrialization, government of India brought industrial policy programs, but only western and southern states got a lot of benefits, not the eastern and northeastern states. And this is another type of development. And the present government wanted to, make some changes with respect to industrial sector. The thing is that, as I told that, when foreigners, MNCs, started investing in China, they mainly concentrate on the manufacturing sector. They concentrate on only on manufacturing sector. So the manufacturing sector revolution took place in China, and nearly 45% of their GDP is coming from manufacturing sector. There are reports telling that 39%, but variations are there. But overall, nearly 45% of China's GDP is coming from this manufacturing sector. But though we gave a lot of importance to industrialization programs, if you analyze what is the contribution of manufacturing sector in India's GDP is only 17%. It is only 17%. This is the reason the present government wanted to give a lot of importance to manufacturing revolution. The last budget also, one of the important aspect of last budget is that, revolution in MSME units. And if we export, if revolution in manufacturing sector is take place, what government of India is thinking that around 100 million employment opportunities will be created. Suppose if manufacturing contribution from 17% to 20% or 22%, we are government of India is expecting 5% increase in 5% contribution. If that is achieved, automatically, India will create 100 million employment opportunities for the unemployed forces in the manufacturing sector. This is a target of the present government. That for that government is doing. And as I told that, unless country is industrialized, whatever may be the development process India adopt, whether we are giving a lot of importance to service sector, agriculture sector, or industrial sector, unless country is industrialized, unless India is industrialized, government of India cannot provide employment opportunities for the entire educated people. This simple example, Kerala itself is an example for that one. Kerala is not a industrialized state, but education, Kerala is playing major role, but state is not industrialized. What is the result? A large scale migration of skilled workers from Kerala to foreign countries. But this is a small state, so youngsters are migrating to foreign countries in search of employment opportunities. But we cannot expect similar pattern all over India, because some states are not highly educated. Educationally backward states are there. Bihar, Uttar Pradesh, central, some central, states, even northeastern states are not highly educated. But if country is not industrialized, they cannot move, they cannot get employment opportunities. There will be a stagnant condition in the employment generation, so it will affect the social development also. This is with respect to, policies failure of government of India in industrializing the country. And another important area of attention, another important area of attention at present is that women empowerment. You would have seen that one of the core areas where India is always lagging behind is, education level of women and empowerment of women. And if we analyze the women's status, almost all the developed countries, whether European country countries, or even America, or even South Korea, Taiwan, Japan, even China also, women are playing major role. I mean, all not only in agriculture sector, industrial sector, service sector, also they're playing major role. Their contribution also very high. But as far as the Indian social system, economic development system is concerned, a part of the India's total labor force, I mean women labor force, completely been sidelined or neglected or not been, I mean, utilized properly. So the World Bank has estimated that if all educated women are employed in India, if all educated women are employed in India at present, our GDP will be immediately go up to $1 trillion. I mean, they have estimated a 944 billion US dollars, I mean, contribution, 944 billion US dollars contribution to GDP. I mean, if all educated women are employed, but at present, this much, I mean, GDP we are losing every year. I mean, around 1 trillion, I mean, GDP we are losing. If women contribution is ensured in the employment market or economic activities or production activities, uh, immediately our GDP will be, I mean, more than five point, I mean, we are telling 5.1920 trillion US dollars. It may 1 trillion. We can add one more trillion. Immediately we can overtake, I mean, German, and become directly India will become third largest economy in the world. But that opportunity is denied at present. So their contribution in the economic activities are very less, and their contribution to GDP also very less. Their contribution in politics also very less. Though we are telling 33% of reservation is given to women in most of the, I mean, in parliament and assembly areas, but 50% of the I mean, Punjab ward level, Panchayat level, at the mayor level also ensured at present. But when you come to parliament, their percentage is only, I mean, their number is only 74, I think. I mean, at present parliament, only 74 women are there out of 543 total number of MPs. So since their percentage is very less, I mean, they cannot raise their issues in the parliament. So in a male-dominated society like India, I mean, this should be, I mean, changed. Government should wanted to bring a drastic change in the women contribution areas. That is why the present policy, I mean, one of the present budget, I mean, one of the core areas of the latest budget was that one is, I mean, with respect to removal of poverty, and the second one is MSME, and third one is empowerment of women, then investment, then export. These are the main core areas of the latest budget. So one of the core areas of the latest budget was socio-economic contribution of women. The government has to ensure their education. Not only in education, government has to ensure their employment also. So their role is very, very, very important for the development of India. And these are the points just, I mean, I want to share about the current economic condition. So what are the strategies, I mean, policies, programs or schemes were adopted by the government of India at present? Because uh, for when for the last 1947 onwards, I mean, we had policies, programs to increase production, increase the productivity, increase the exports. But we made great achievements in most of the areas, and we can't say that we did not achieve anything. But the achievement should solve the basic problems. Basic problems like, I mean, employment for the educated children, income for the educated children, and social development, and removal of poverty, remove the rural-urban differences. So many things we have to, I mean, still, I mean, it is haunting India. A country, I mean, China, a country like India, 1950s. I mean, they introduced bullet train 2010 itself. They introduced bullet train 2010 itself. They have constructed a nearly 54 kilometers long sea bridge from mainland to Hong Kong Island. China constructed world largest 3 course check dam also in the Yangtze River. So these are all achievements, I mean, done by, I mean, China, particularly in, I'm telling the core areas, I'm telling that. In addition to that one, China created world-class roads, world-class ports, world-class tourism developments everywhere. I mean, we are always telling about New York City, we are talking about America, Australia, I mean, these countries, but you just, when we have free time, you just go to YouTube and see what are the development, what are the roads in China, what are the ports in China, what are the tourism developments in China, what are the, uh, world-class infrastructure developments created in China. Even that is the reason our own students are going to China for studying medicine, engineering, and so many architecture type of courses at present. So they have created 1979, they opened economy. Now it became advanced country. Their GDP per capita income is more than 13 billion US dollars. 13, uh, 13,000 US dollars. Their per capita income is 13,000 US dollars, but our per capita income still less than $3,000. I mean, per person. So uh, we are behind that one. When we talk about India's GDP is around 4.20 trillion US dollars. I mean, their GDP, their foreign exchange reserve alone 3.5 trillion. I mean, I mean that. China's foreign exchange reserve is more or less, I mean, coming very close to India's GDP. That much, I mean, GDP, I mean, they have reserve in their economy. That is why they are using that money for road development, army development. Even they are extending their financial support to Sri Lanka and Pakistan, Bangladesh. Many of the African countries also, I mean, they're providing financial support. I mean, even countries like Togo, their entire railway network is, I mean, carried out by the Chinese financial support only. So China, I mean, by exporting, by industrializing the country, China started exporting more, started earning at a foreign exchange reserve. That money it is utilizing for many development activities within China, and also for their making their army very strong, powerful, and also extending financial support to the countries all over the world. This is the, I mean, policy of the development of China. But we are not even, I mean, the gap between China's opening their economy, India opening economy is matter of only 12 years. 1979, China opened its economy. In 1991, we opened our economy. It's a matter of 12 years difference only. But when we see the development activities, I mean, we are lacking behind, far behind. And now only so much development are coming up. To overcome all the hurdles what we are facing for the last so many years, the present government came with a lot of schemes. These schemes, I mean, started from 2020 when Corona, spread all over the world. India also one of the worst affected country in Corona. During that time only, India realized, in fact, I mean, that time also India was the fifth largest economy only in 2020. Uh, but the Corona brought, lot of changes in the Indian economy. What is that? We always brought up telling fifth largest economy, but suddenly when country was locked for, due to Corona, to avoid spread of Corona, 800 million people lost their economic activities, income activities, savings. Nothing was there with them. So India realized that something went wrong with our policies and programs in India. So we needed drastic policies, to go ahead in the future. So May 13, Government of India came with a new policy programs. That program, Government of India laid a new foundation, laid a new foundation for economic development of India, creation of industrialization, creation of employment opportunities, and bringing inclusive development for the entire population. That scheme only known as Atmanirbhar Bharat in 2020 May. The Atmanirbhar Bharat program, Government of India came with 5 pillars. The 5 pillars are related to economy, one pillar. Economy is economic development, GDP development, one pillar. Infrastructure development. Infrastructure means world-class infrastructure development, one pillar. Technology-driven system, one pillar. I mean, the way, the communication development, what we are, revolution, what we are enjoying at present is related to that one. Then vibrant demography, one pillar. That is the fourth important pillar. Then demand, one pillar. But we have to ensure that, I mean, without demand, without ensuring money among the people, we cannot create a demand among the people. Without creating job opportunities for the people, we cannot create, we cannot ensure money among the people. So with that intention, the 5 pillars were drafted. That is known as the Atmanirbhar Bharat program in 2020. This was the main foundation for taking our economy to the next level of development laid by the present government 2020. Along with, during that time only, I mean, new education policy, farm bills, even law code, everything formed in 2020 only. I mean, then 2021 budget, when 2021 budget was presented by the Madam Nirmala Sitharaman ji, she, in addition to these 5 Atmanirbhar Bharat pillars, she came with another 6 pillars. In addition to these 5 pillars, she came with another 6 pillars. These pillars are 6, there are 6 pillars in the budget 2021. What are the 6 pillars? Health and well-being, one pillar. Health and well-being, one pillar. You may be knowing that this one of the sustainable development goals is health and welfare. I mean, that is a pillar. This is the first health and well-being, one pillar of 2021 budget. And the financial capital, investment and infrastructure. That is the second important, I mean, pillar. Then reinvigorating the human capital. Reinvigorating human capital, third important pillar. Then inclusive development for aspirational India, one pillar. Then research and development and innovation, one pillar. Then maximum governance and minimum government. Maximum governance and minimum government. These are the 6 pillars of 2021 budget. I mean, in addition to Atmanirbhar Bharat program, these 6 pillars also were presented in 2021 budget. In addition to this, I mean, 6 pillars, in 2022 budget, Madam came with another program known as Gadi Shakti program. The Gadi Shakti program is nothing, but in the Atmanirbhar Bharat, second important pillar is infrastructure. In the 6 pillars of, I mean, 2021 also, the second important pillar was infrastructure. So 22 budget completely dedicated to, I mean, infrastructure development. Suppose we want to attract more foreign direct investment, we should have world-class roads in India. We should have world-class, I mean, railway development in India. We should have world-class port development in India. We should have world-class airport development in India. We should have mass transport system in India. We should have waterways in India, and we should have world-class container transshipment facilities in India. Because without world-class infrastructural facilities, we cannot attract more foreign direct investment. We cannot industrialize our country, and we cannot export anything to the world market. This was based on these problems. The 2022 budget, Madam came with 7-point Gadi Shakti program. This is known as, I mean, that as I told that, road development, port development, airport development, mass transport system, container transshipment, port development, everything consisting of everything world class. Now you may be knowing that everywhere airport developments are going up, port developments are going up, new ports are coming up, new airports are coming up. You may be knowing that all the 4-lane highways been converted into 8-lane highways. Maybe, I don't know, you may be knowing that from Chennai to, I mean, Bangalore itself, I mean, you cannot imagine what type of highway is coming up there. I mean, so not only between Chennai and Bangalore, because the entire Chennai, Bangalore became industrial hub at present. In future, and similarly, Chennai to Hyderabad also became industrial hub. From Meerut to, I mean, Delhi area also became industrial hub. I mean, Noida area, these are all, I mean, new industrial hubs. There are so many, I mean, industrial hubs are coming up from Pune to, I mean, Maharashtra, Pune to, I mean, Gujarat, I mean, Ahmedabad. So this type of, I mean, so many areas, I mean, world-class roads and similarly, I mean, Vilinjam port, a new port, I mean, established in Kerala. I mean, with the intention of, I mean, attracting more foreign direct investment and more export also. So this is the 22 budget gave much importance for this world-class infrastructural development facilities. And 2023, another scheme came implemented by the government of India. That is that policy. Policy is known as, that policy is known as, I mean, Saptarishi programs. I mean, that program is known as Saptarishi programs. The Saptarishi programs, I mean, inclusive development one pillar, infrastructure one pillar, green development one pillar, youth development one pillar, and reaching the last mile one pillar, unleashing the potential one pillar, then financial capital one pillar. So in 2023, I mean, present government, I mean, Madam came with 7 important prioritized areas. These areas are classified as Saptarishi programs. That is why I'm telling that inclusive development. I mean, there's a gap between rich and poor people in India that should be reduced. There's a gap between urban and rural areas. That gap should be reduced. There's a gap between north, I mean, eastern areas and western areas. That gap should be reduced. There's a gap between women and men in sharing the parliament seats. That should be reduced. That should be reduced. So the Saptarishi program gave much importance to inclusive growth. That is inclusive growth one concept. Then second, infrastructure, same infrastructure development. The infrastructure means not a simple infrastructure development, world-class infrastructure development. Then comes, I mean, green development. Green development, you may be knowing that e-vehicles, I mean, instead of using more petrol, instead of using more petrol-related cars, let us convert, I mean, petrol-related cars into electric-based items, electronics-based items, or solar-based items. I mean, that way, I mean, green development. Youth development mainly, I mean, we are concentrating on skill development of the youngsters. I mean, you know, we may be knowing that the present new education policy is giving a lot of importance to skill development, in the sense that, I mean, from 6th standard onwards, I mean, they will learn industrial operations or electrical operations, electronics operations. I mean, whatever, I mean, skill development oriented items, they will learn for personal use and also for, I mean, self-employment generation or getting employment opportunities in the private and the government industrial sector. So that is skill development, that one area. The Make India program, Mudra scheme program, startup program, these are all coming under this means in this skill development program only. The Kausal Vikas Yojana also a part of this skill development areas only. So that started from 2014 onwards. The present government, I mean, giving a lot of importance for that one. Then unleashing the potential. I mean, unleashing the potential means, I mean, we always teaching the children, take degree and concentrate on competitive examinations to get a job. But present government is telling that, I mean, identify the talents of the students. If one student is talented in sports activities, athletes, let him concentrate on, physical related activities, so that he can get a job in physical education or in sports activities or even military, something like that. if the student is talented in singing songs and music, there are related departments are there. He can get a job in those areas. If the students are, I mean, more talented, I mean, or I mean, you identify that students' talent, then accordingly train them so that they make it a job opportunities. That they will not face any unknown problems. If the students are, I mean, so that is what unleashing the potential. You identify the we have to teachers should identify the teacher students about their potential and accordingly, I mean, take decisions. I mean, to encourage them. If they are interested in starting business, you provide them with the financial support and marketing facilities f- and whatever it may be, so that he can become an entrepreneur. So that is one of the important aspect, unleashing the potential. Then reaching the last mile. Reaching the last mile means in the sense that not even a single, I mean, single person in our society excluded from the economic activities or development. For example, I mean, the present government introduced a concept, I mean, particularly vulnerable tribal communities. This concept the present government introduced. As per this concept, I mean, among tribal communities, there are minuscule minority tribal communities also there. And some of the major communities, I mean, getting a lot of benefits. But when we go deep into the, I mean, minority level, there are very small, I mean, tribal communities. I mean, they're not getting educational support, or employment support, or financial support from the government. So the government introduced a scheme, particularly vulnerable tribal communities scheme. This is coming under the reaching the last mile. I mean, uh, everybody should be part of the development process. So the present government, I mean, this is one of the important, I mean, sub-30 programs. These are the sub-37, sub-30 programs. This is the 2023, I mean, budget proposals. 2024 interim budget, Madam came with, I mean, another, I mean, new scheme that only concentrate only core ideas, not all areas, only four core areas. One is, I mean, farmers development. To this interim budget, 2024 interim budget, she concentrated only on core areas because unless these four areas are, I mean, the problems of these four areas are solved, we cannot, I mean, become an advanced country in 2047. So in that, four important areas are: one is agriculture development. I mean, for agriculture means agriculture development, related farmers development, and 44% of the farmers are depend on agriculture sector, and entire rural villages are mainly concentrated on agriculture sector. So we have to give importance to agriculture and food processing industries, storage facilities, and marketing facilities for the farmers. And so we have to create whatever facilities are infrastructure available for the people in the urban areas should be ensured to the rural people also. This is farmers development, socio-economic development of the farmers and agriculture sector. This is one important aspect of 2014 budget. Second important aspect is that poverty, removal of poverty. It is one of the chronic problems of, I mean, India, right from India's independence. So the second important problem, poverty, that also should be removed. Third important issue is that skill development of the youngsters. As I already told that we have to identify the skill development of the youngsters. Accordingly, we have to train them. And one more, the part of the skill development, Government of India came with another important idea, India International Skill Development Center. India International Skill Development Center, nearly 30 international skill development center will be established all over India. The basic purpose of the skill development of the center is that we have to identify employment potential in foreign countries. Accordingly, we have to train our youngsters in India, then ask them to go abroad. I mean, for example, there's a huge demand for nursing program in European countries or even Gulf countries or America or even some of the southeastern countries. I mean, if there is a huge demand for nursing program, through this India International Center, Skill Development Center, we have to train more people under nursing program, then let them go abroad for employment opportunities. This we can improve the skill of the youngsters, then send them, I mean, with respective countries where more employment opportunities are there. That is one of the important aspect of the skill development or skill development of the youngsters. Not only this one, almost all wherever possible. I mean, we have to encourage the youngsters to improve their skills and get employment opportunities. This is one aspect of skill development. And fourth important aspect is that empowerment, socio-economic empowerment of women. As I told that India has a target 2047. India already fixed the target 2047. India will be the India will be the developed country. The generally Viksit Bharat program is there. Government already fixed. So what is the purpose of Viksit Bharat 2047? A country without poverty, a country without unemployment, a country without any discrimination, without rural-urban differences, with world-class infrastructural facilities, with employment for entire educated population. These are the some of the objectives of Viksit Bharat program 2047. Suppose if we want to achieve, and also government has a target of achieving 30 trillion US dollars economy. At that time, 2047, India's GDP will be around 30 trillion. So, but World Bank has estimated that it will be more than that also. It may be 30 to 40 trillion US dollars, economy in 2047. Suppose if we want to achieve a developed status for India in 2047, some of the basic problems should not be there. Poverty should not be there. And so government of India identified some of the core issues: poverty, unemployment, and this skill development and empowerment of women. Unless these four issues are resolved, unless these four issues are solved before 2047, India's GDP will be 30 trillion or 40 trillion, no problem. But India cannot claim as a developed country. As I said that one side we are telling poverty in India is only 5.25%. Another side, 800 million people are, uh, I mean, uh, 800 million people are waiting in front of the ration shops. This type of problem should not be there in 2047. India removed poverty means everybody should be above the poverty line. Everybody should have houses. Everybody should have, employment opportunities. Everybody should have, educational opportunities. Everybody should have, minimal level of, socio-economic, criteria for their socio-economic development. At most, everybody should have a car. So this type of, criteria, a status we are expecting 2047. If women are not educated, if women are not playing major role in politics, India cannot claim advanced status. If people are, waiting in front of, 2047, India thinks that there should not be any ration shops. 2047, no more ration. 2047, India should remove ration shops. Suppose if government of India wanted to remove ration shops and asking all the chief ministers, if chief minister are telling that no, ration shop should be continued for the poor people, if 2047 also if we tell ration shop should be for the poor people, then what is the use of achieving 30 trillion US dollars economy? So it will not be no use. So 2047, people all over India will come forward and telling that we don't want any products from ration shops. I can tell you one example. During the Corona period, like in India, we did a lot of welfare measures through the ration shops, and the volunteers also did a lot of distribution. Volunteers, NGOs also distributed food items. Cereal items. Food grains items also poor people. That's a different story. But in Indonesia, Indonesia also, Corona was one of the important aspect affected Indonesian people also. During that period, the rich people in Indonesia, what they did, they kept the same way. wheat products, rice products, vegetables, some fruits, flowers, milk, geese in a public place. I mean, almost all the rich people, even government also did the same thing. So, I mean, they kept it in a public place. If anybody wanted to take it, if any poor person, I mean, living below the poverty line, or I mean, wanted to take this food grains, fruits, vegetables, milk, geese, and other things, they can take it. This is the idea of the rich people in Indonesia. They kept it like that. I mean, most of the public grounds, they kept it. I mean, so many rich people came, they kept, I mean, most of the this type of items. But you cannot imagine that nobody took it. In Indonesia, the rich people kept their, I mean, surplus. They wanted to help if anybody wanted to make use of the food grains, I mean, rice, something like that. But nobody took it because in Indonesia, though, I mean, it is, I mean, country very near to us. I mean, people, economically, they are comfortable in a position. And so 2047, when India can open ration shops. No, it's not an issue. India can kept ration shops opened. India can kept rice, paddy, I mean cereal items, whatever it may be. But people should not go to the ration shops for getting all these items because what present government is expecting, we will ensure a minimum comfortable level at the time of 2047. That is what I mean. The present government is planning for that one. That scheme is known as Amritkal program. You may be knowing that. You would have heard the term Amritkal program. This is the Amritkal period. Now we are laying foundation for taking our people to the development status. Slowly, one by one, we are identifying the issues one by one. Accordingly, we are taking the people to the next level. We found that infrastructure is a major problem in India. Now, everywhere world-class infrastructure is going on. Road development is going on, railway development is going on, port development is going on, airport developments are going on. So we are correcting the mistakes we committed after independence. So after completing the infrastructure development, tourism development will be there. I mean, automobile sector development will be there because I mean, if very good roads are there, more investment will come to India, more employment opportunities will be created for the unemployed youths in India. So they will get income opportunities. They will go for constructing houses. They will go for purchasing two-wheelers, four-wheelers. Then they will go for tourist activities. So hospitality will sector will be increased. So for that we need world-class infrastructure facilities. Now we are doing that one. Almost by the time 2035, I mean 40, I can ensure that India will be having world-class road facilities in India. No doubt about that one. Now the process very fast. Government of India is very fast on ensuring road, railway, and port developments at present. Definitely. Another important aspect of this infrastructure development is that it will create more employment opportunities for our engineers, both civil engineers, electrical engineers, electronics engineers, computer engineers, and plastic, I mean, those involved in polymer engineers. So this world-class infrastructure itself is an employment generation scheme only. That we achieve before 2040 itself, I hope that. And so once, I mean, that is clear, then automatically that will attract more foreign direct investment in India. By the time when investors are coming to India, I mean, they will invest and that will create employment opportunity for our youngsters. They produce whatever they produce, they can be transported through our roads, then ports, airports to the foreign market. A channel, I mean, a development channel has been, I mean, created. So far, we are suffering from vicious circle of poverty. Under vicious circle of poverty, low investment, low employment generation, low income, and low social economic development, then poverty. This circle only we always teaching. This circle only we are always, I mean, teaching our students. This circle only we are always talking about. Vicious circle of poverty. Now, the present government want to break this. I mean, vicious circle of poverty, and we want vicious circle of development. That circle only more infrastructure development, more investment, more employment generation, more income generation, more economic activities, then again reinvestment, and again that this circle government of India is created at present. So that circle only we call it as Amirkal program. Amirkal program, and that Amirkal circle is going on at present. So we are expecting that this circle will succeed 2047. By the time 2047, no poverty will be there, no unemployment will be there. This is what we are expecting. And for that, Government of India identified some core problems. Some, though we are moving faster, but still there are problems. That those problems, government identified. Poverty is one of the problem, women empowerment one of the problem, and skill development one of the problem, then farmers development one of the problem. So government is now concentrating on rural development and food processing industries and marketing facilities for the farmers one side, and ensuring equal opportunities in politics. I mean, already government of most of the state governments ensured 50% reservation for women in ward level, panchayat level, mayor level. Now, councillor level also. Now, central government already introduced 33% of reservation for them. And so by the time 2047, out of 543 MBs, 50% of positions will be enjoyed by the women. So that, I mean, government of India is ensured not even a single woman should be left out of India's economic development. Generally, I used to suggest generally whenever I go to women's colleges, particularly girls in rural areas, I used to suggest that girls from poor families, I can tell you, girls from poor families, girls from backward communities, girls from SC communities should concentrate only on their studies and only on getting employment opportunities. Study and employment opportunities. At any cost, they should not go for love marriages, marriages before jobs. I mean, because these are the things, I mean, certain, I mean, our cultural defects are there, always bringing the girls backward. One of the important aspect is that lack of education and lack of employment. So I used to talk with the girls from rural areas. They should concentrate only on education. They should concentrate only on employment. Marriage only after employment, whatever maybe, according to their cultural, I mean, they can decide whom they want to marry. But marriage, if you want to marry your relative, no problem. You ask the boy, wait for your job. After standing on your own, they should go for a marriage market. Unless otherwise, they should not go for, I mean, marriage, because 95% of the girls in India have been trapped under the marriage market, and they are not able to come out of that vicious circle of the slavery system, and because of the marriages only. That is why I used to tell that marriage only after getting a job. You marry whom you like. It is not a different issue, but you stand on your own. You make income, you ensure your education, ensure your job. Any job, not a problem. If you want to be in the politics, be in the politics. If you want to I mean, work, want to start a business, start a business. But you should make some income. At any cost, you should not thinking that he is employed and he will take care of you, he will give you food, he will go to, you can go to America. And that type of, I mean, the traditional mindset should, I mean, should be completely removed from our girls. That generally I used to tell, in my writings also, generally I wrote a lot about this type of thinking. So particularly the worst affected section among the women is the girls from poor families, the girls from rural areas, the girls from SC families, the girls from backward communities. Because unless these girls are coming forward for education and employment opportunities, it's very difficult for I mean, government of India in achieving the Viksit Bharat status in 2047. So, uh, being teachers of, I mean, in your own colleges and universities, you tell the same thing. I mean, ensure that, I mean, love is not the problem in India. Our girls maximum should avoid love marriages. Generally, I used to tell that you can make love and affair only after getting a job or after settling yourself. But at the time of education, at the time of, before employment, getting job opportunities, girls in India should avoid love love marriages at any cost. Generally, I never encourage love marriages, but I'm telling still, I can tell that if it is a personal choice, but personal choice also should not affect India's overall economic development. Let them marry the person whom they love, but only after getting a job. But first thing, concentrate on education, concentrate on employment. Then you decide. But in my case, being it, I mean, economist, I never encourage girls go for love marriages. I mean, why I'm telling that India is not developed. Once India became a country like, I mean, China, country like South Korea, country like America, country like European countries, then girls can have more freedom and they can think about, I mean, marrying a person of their choice, but not at present. Our country is not developed. So this is always a problem. I like poverty. This women education also playing a major role. Women employment also playing a major role. Girls should constantly like men, they have equal rights in all aspects. That's why I'm telling that they have all equal rights in every areas. They should concentrate on education and employment. And unless entire women, I mean, coming forward, utilize the educational opportunities and employment opportunities, we cannot climb the Viksit Bharat status 2047 also. So this is also very, very important. And for the youngsters, I can tell that, I mean, like you may be knowing that in Kerala, no youngsters depend on the government. In Kerala, you may know Kerala is a highly educated state. The students are getting very good education, particularly foundation education is very strong among the boys and girls. So they never depend on the government. They never, I mean, wait for the government to create employment opportunities or job opportunities. They get very good educational opportunities. They study very well. Once they think that they are capable of, I mean, getting more education, more employment abroad, they fly. There's no question of, I mean, so doing some manual work in other states, or migrating to other place within the state, within India itself. I'm telling that, or waiting for the government to create, I mean, to conduct a staff selection commission or state selection commission or whatever maybe. They are getting very good education and flying. So all over India, I'm telling that let youngsters learn, concentrate on our studies, learn some additional degree, skill development programs, and fly anywhere in the world. Yes, opportunities are there all over the world. And so you can fly. Don't depend on your government or Modi government or government of Karnataka, government of Tamil Nadu, something like that. You fly, you have knowledge, you have skills, you can make money. Now travel is not the problem. Anyway, if you go to America within 12 hours, you can reach India. If you go to Delhi within 2 hours, you can reach it. Because I mean, transport facilities are, I mean, improved. Anywhere you can work, anywhere you can make money. So this type of mindset is we should create among the youngsters. So confidence we have to create among the youngsters. I mean, don't depend on the state government. Don't depend on the MLAs. Don't depend on MBs. Don't depend on your politicians. Don't depend on. So this type of, I mean, attitude we have to create among youngsters. And recently, I saw one meeting in Madurai, in Tamil Nadu. I'm telling that in Madurai, one political party, I mean, conducted a meeting in Madurai. I could see mostly youngsters, and mostly youngsters are there, and they are if, when they are giving interview, they are least bothered about their future. They have only one, I mean, agenda, just praising the actor, praising the politician. He's handsome and he's enjoy. He's walking like this. He's talking like this. He's singing like this. But most of the film actresses, I am telling that they are the number one criminals. You cannot imagine. They are the unpatriotic people in India. They use foreign cars, they use foreign products, they go for shopping in foreign countries, they have houses in foreign countries. They enjoy their mostly their, I mean, house, their children may be studying abroad, they settled abroad, and for election purpose, for vote purpose, they're coming to India, they're acting in Indian movies, they're making money and making you youngsters, the youngsters, I mean, emotional. I mean, so what I can tell the youngsters is that concentrate on our studies, because don't imitate your actor, your leader. Your leader is they are enjoying their life. All politicians are enjoying their life. Their children are enjoying their life in India, not only in India, in abroad also. But who are the sufferers? The youngsters. So youngsters should concentrate on their studies, their skill development. If politicians are convening a meeting, let him. Why you should go there? Your target is different. You are studying, in front of you, there's a target. You are studying, you have to get a good degree, you have to get a good job. This is your target. You be at home. Why you are going to some politicians convening a meeting? What purpose you have there? Whether you will get a job, he will not give a job for you. Some very few people, very rich among the Indian society may get job opportunities or business opportunities or contract opportunities in India. Not the middle class people, youngsters from the middle class, not the youngsters from the poor class, not the youngsters from rural areas. Youngsters from the rural areas, middle class families, poor families should avoid go for this type of meetings of any politicians. I am telling that not only about a particular, politician, particular party, any politicians, because it is of no use for you. I mean, people will tell my uncle is a MLA, my uncle is a MB, minister. They will not help you. This is the reality all over India, and youngsters should not be. Should not be trapped by this type of promises of the politicians. No way they will help you. At least even they are not conducting the recruitment properly. You may be knowing very well that if they conduct the most of the states, I am telling that if they conduct the staff selection commission recruitment, state level recruitments properly, at least the poor people will get job opportunity. That also they are not doing. All the 4 years they are enjoying their families, their children, and medical, they are going abroad for medical treatment. This is what going on in India. So youngsters should concentrate on education and employment, and definitely you will get a job opportunity, no problem at all. You will get it, they will get it. For that only the present government is giving a lot of importance for skill development. The skill development should, not even a single person should be wasted in India. Not even a single boy, girl should be wasted in India, because we have the potential. The potential should be exploited for the development of the country. These are the 4 areas the government identified in 2014 interim budget, 2015 budget also. These 4 areas are there. Agriculture development was there, minimum MSME, support is there, and investment is there, and external sector and export. All these ideas already been discussed in Atmanirbhar Bharat program and Saptarishi program. So what these are the 2015 budget, these 4 or 5 issues are same thing. We repeated the same thing. So now, why government is giving much importance to MSME units? Because it can create more employment opportunities. You can easily start a business. Youngsters can easily start a business. Our economy is booming economy. Everywhere, demand is created. You can easily start a business. Instead of going to foreign countries, you can start a business under startup program, Make India program, street vendor program. So many, even food processing industry in rural areas. And so opportunities are created in India. It is up to the youngsters to concentrate on the skill development, and so that they can be self-employed, or a politician, or even employment opportunities in the government sector. Private or public, whatever it may be. So these are the areas just I want to cover.